my addiction, well, it took me places that I didn't want to go.
One morning, getting up, getting lunch ready, I found a needle. And
I thought he was choosing to do this. I thought, he preferred drugs to his family, because essentially that's what it cost him, his family. Like, I'm sure mom was like, either it's gonna be this or it's gonna be that.
Seeing him clean is like seeing, I said it before, like seeing him clean is like seeing your son graduate from college. It's just like, so proud.
My name is Arthur Daniels. I go by the name of Art though. I always say Arthur was my father, so I just use Art. My addiction, well, it took me places that I didn't want to go, kept me longer than I wanted to be there. I harmed a lot of people in my life, in my addiction, such as my kids, my wife, family members, my mother, friends, It didn't have no limitations on it, who are.
All right, this is Surrender House, a 3-quarter recovery house. We have a men's house and a ladies' house. This is where you come to after you get out of treatment and you want to have structured living. This is called a 3-quarter house. And I'm going to take y'all inside. Come on.
Lost a family, lost a job, lost friends, lost everything really, cars, money, houses, you name it, I lost it. I had it and lost it, I had it all at one time and lost it all too, almost in the same heartbeat.
This is my room when I was here, because I had the room on the floor where I could keep up with the people coming and going in the kitchen, and basically, make sure the doors are locked at a certain time. And, just, that's why I had this room here on the floor. But this used to be my room.
Because once my addiction took over, it ruled me. It told me what I could and couldn't do, and I didn't really have too much choice in the matter,
Before I found out about the addiction, I just thought my dad was super duper fun. Like, he stayed at home with us while my mom was working. I guess he was laid off for whatever reason, I don't know. But he kept us at the house during the day. This is before we were in school, and it was just so much fun. I just remember my dad being this very fun, do anything dad. People on the block, they really liked him. They called him Papa Art.
Okay, this is the community kitchen. This kitchen, we all share the kitchen, and we all clean up after ourselves. We cook, we buy our own food. Basically, we like share. If someone's cooking, they chip in and put in some food, and we're prepared for the house. Or if you just have something special you want to have for yourself, you cook it.
Even though I knew what I was doing was hurting me, hurting others, I wanted to stop and couldn't stop. But it actually took me to the point that I thought I was living here on earth. This was hell on earth, because it was nothing nice about it, I dreaded getting up in the morning, dreaded going to sleep at night, and then just dreaded the whole day.
when you don't have that steady, firm man telling you that you're worth, that you're worth something, and then they come in and out of your life, you can't count on them to be there all the time. You tend to rely on other men.
Knowing how it could have been if he wasn't on drugs, he could have been in my life. That part was, as far as growing up, I really needed that male figure growing up. I didn't know why I would act the way I did. I was just latching out because I didn't have that dad figure.
Abandoned miniums. Those are abandoned houses that addicts move in because they don't have any place else to go to, and so they to stay off the street, they find a house that's no one's living in, boarded up or whatever, and they make it their home. They make it their spot, you know, and then they live in it. Some of them even get the lights cut on, not legally, but they get the lights cut on. They go have somebody go to the pole and cut the lights on for them and stuff, and they call it home. But yeah, you know, that's what they call an abandonmenium.
I had no control. I was, like they say in the program, I was powerless. You know, I had no power whatsoever, even though I thought I was that kind of guy who was powerful and had things in control. I had no control whatsoever. So my disease took me, like I said, to pits of hell. Withdrawals is like one of the worst parts of addiction, because they talk about pain and suffering. You know, it withdrawals from heroin is physical. You know, some drugs is just a mental thing. You don't have anymore and you go through a mental thing. But with heroin, it's physical. You have diarrhea, you throw up, you cramp, you can't sleep. Keep this in mind, all this is going on at the same time. So, I mean, it was the thing that scared me and kept me in my addiction, because the fear of getting sick made me go out and get more.
And it's just certain things, you know, about addicts you need to know. It's not, I knew that it was a point, like, you know, it's not that he wanted to be getting high. It was to the point where he had to. I knew that. There was times I kept a extra pack in my old drawer just in case. You know what I'm saying? Because he needed it. You know, I don't know. I didn't know whether or not he was gonna have some money for it or not. You know what I'm saying? So I just had it just in case. You know what I mean? If he needed it, not to give it to him. You know, like supporting his habit or anything. Just, you know, I didn't want him to die on me. You know what I mean?
It's a physical withdrawal. It's like your body has had these drugs in it for so long, and then when your body is deprived of it, it just goes fucking crazy. It just basically starts shutting down. Like I said, you get the diarrhea, you're throwing up, you're gagging, you're cramping. You try to go to sleep, you can't sleep. You got sweat, you're hot, you're cold. All at the same damn time.
Renee Tinsley, she's the manager at Surrender House. When I first came around here, she welcomed me here, and from that point we became very good friends. You know, she has a lot to do with my recovery. You know, she's the only one that said she would come to the dope house and get me if I ever went back and stuff.
Well, he's doing really good. I'm really proud of him. You know, I just hope he continue to do what he's doing, because if he continue to do what he's doing, he's gonna make it.
To see people in recovery, you know, with physical handicaps such as Mark, who's blind, Mike, who's deaf, and to see them doing what they're doing in recovery, you know, is amazing to me, you know, because, you know, they, like I said, they already got the handicap of being addicted, and then, you know, fighting their physical handicaps, and at the same time making it work. And they came and they like clicked like Mutt and Jeff. You ever remember the movie with Richard Pryor and what's his name, where one was blind and one was deaf? That's them.
Okay.
Come on, come on.
You and I need to go to the store, get something to eat. Cool?
Later. That's how they do it. I was in treatment one time and stayed in there for 28 days, and I didn't sleep a bit, didn't sleep not once. I wound up in on a psych ward because of sleep deprivation. I was seeing things that weren't there. I was going through hallucinations, you know. Like I said, I was start talking to people that weren't there. It was all because of my withdrawals. I couldn't sleep, and the doctors kept telling me, it's all right, you'll be able to sleep, just keep on trying. It's gonna come back, the sleep happens to come back, and I'm steady telling them I couldn't sleep.
Art doesn't realize how much he means to me. He doesn't treat me like I'm handicapped. artist. He's very, very diplomatic. Living in an environment such as this, I'd be in here snatching my hair out and what have you. But Art is very diplomatic with all the guys that's around here, and I pay attention to him because we learn from each other, and it's pretty hard to learn things from people that you can't even see. But when I first met him, I felt the vibes coming from him. And I said, okay, I need to pay attention to this man because he has his heart in the right place. And he does. And he's very good guy, and he doesn't realize how much I love him.
That's just how it is around here, you know. I get attached to these people, and I grow to love them, you know, care about them. And when I see somebody relapse, you know, it ain't like I relapsed or went back out, but it's like I feel their pain. I was looking at TV on a blank wall that didn't have a TV, but I would be up at night looking at TV on a wall. That's lets you know how crazy what the drugs can do to you. You know, I didn't even have a TV in the room, but I'm looking at TV.
You know, I went to work every day. You know, I used at work, come home, I use at home, I use here with my kids, you know, and call myself, you know, doing what I was doing and wasn't hurting nobody but me, you know. So I did what I did, you know, thinking that I was the only one, you know, that I was hurting. But, you know, my kids knew, my wife knew, sure some of the neighbors even knew about, you know, me and my addiction, about my behavior and stuff. But, you know, that's what happens, you know. We think that no one knows what we're doing when we're doing it. We're the only ones we're hurting is ourselves, but that's not the case. It's wrong on both points here, because we do hurt the ones we love.
I'm in there kicking it with Obama, and Obama was giving me a shave. That's kind of funny now, but you know, looking back at it, it wasn't that funny, you know, because I mean that's where my disease took me to the point, you know, I was losing my damn mind, you know, because of my addiction. This is life. It's a good life today, you know. And like I said, just for today, you know, I'm feeling good. I feel good about myself. Just to apologize, you know, for what I put them through, especially my mother. I put her through hell, you know. She prayed for me when I couldn't pray for myself, you know, and was there for me all the time, you know. I can't apologize to her personally because she's dead now, but if she's not there, I know she's looking down on me and is very proud of me today because I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. And kids, you know, I'm glad to be a father today and a grandfather, and they've helped me in this thing called recovery, and have shown me that I can do this. You know, they give me the strength to do this today because I couldn't do it by myself, you know. And to have a son like I have and two daughters like I have is truly a blessing. And I'm glad that, you know, I'm where I'm at today, that I can be that father and grandfather today. And I truly apologize for everything and anything that I've done to them that might have hurt them or affects them, you know, in any kind of way. So with that being said, you know, I'm glad I had the opportunity to do this movie and to share this part of my life. Hopefully it can help any other addict out there who might be going through what I'm going through, and to enlighten the people who don't know anything about addiction. This can help them. I hope it can, and I'm very proud to be a part of this. Thank you.
Alright. Yeah, can I get emotional on me, man?
Yeah. Happy to see it.